I'm Cadet Kimble. I'm first squad leader of 1st Platoon Charger Company of the 1-5 Infantry. Our mission is to attack the destroy on Objective Phantom no later than 2200 August 2024 to deny enemy forces fires and influence on the battalion main effort. I say again, our mission is to attack the destroy on Objective Phantom no later than 2200 August 24 to deny enemy forces fires and influence on the battalion main effort. The purpose of this operation is to deny enemy fires and influence within AO Ronin. We're going to accomplish this mission with an infiltration. Decisive to this operation is undetected movement to the objective. This is decisive because it allows for attack by surprise on Objective Phantom to quickly overwhelm the enemy. Our risk will be assumed by the speed of our unit needing to get to the objective while maintaining concealment. Our risk will be mitigated by route planning and individual movement technique prep. The main effort is Alpha Team. Their task will be to attack to destroy, to deny enemy fires on AO Ronin. Supporting effort 1, which is Gun Team 1, their task is to support by fire to allow Alpha Team freedom of maneuver on Objective Phantom. Supporting effort 2, Bravo Team, they're going to be isolating the objective in order to shape Objective Phantom, preventing reinforcements or support from reaching the objective. The end state, terrain, possible mortar emplacement sites are disrupted. The enemy mortar team is destroyed, civilian collateral damage to population and infrastructure is minimized, and the our squad is reconstituted and reconsolidated and poised for follow-on missions. Our mission will be conducted in 3 phases: infiltration, actions on objective, and exfil. Infiltration begins at release point after the ORP and ends on the initiation of the attack on Objective Phantom. Critical to this phase is undetected movement, our emplacement of security, support by fire, and our assault line, and a positive ID of the enemy mortar team on objective. The next phase, actions on, begins with the initiation of the attack and ends with the squad reconstituted at the ORP. Critical to this phase is surprise and attack initiation, the enemy mortar team being destroyed. Demo team destroys all valuable weapons, and the EPW team copies down radio frequencies. Our next phase, exfil, begins with the squad reconstituted at our ORP and will end when the squad reaches our patrol base. Critical to this phase is quick movement back to the patrol base, treatment of casualties, and preparing for the follow-on mission. Now let me orient you to my concept of the operation sketch. So as you can see, we're going to start at the patrol base, take route pike down to our ORP, where then we will take route perch to the release point. From the release point, we're going to do a Gatwa, where we will take Alpha Team Leader, Bravo Team Leader, SNO Team, and our security element. The time it will take will be 1 hour. We will check radio frequencies every 15 minutes to maintain communications and actions on contact. We will fight back to the ORP. Then once SNO is in place, we're going to continue doing leaders recon. We will take Alpha Team Leader, Bravo Team Leader, and our security element. This will take 1 hour. Again, checking radio frequencies every 15 minutes and actions on contact, break contact, and fight back to the ORP. In this phase, we're going to establish our security positions using Route Carp to the north security position and Route Salmon to the southern security position. Then we're going to take Route Bass to establish our support by fire and Route Trout to establish our assault line, which will be on phase line tackle. Now let me orient you to the terrain model. As you can see, we have the eastings and northings, our north arrow, and then pipe cleaners are roads. The white string is our routes and phase lines, and then everything is labeled in here. So infiltration, like I said, starts at the release point from the ORP. Key to this phase is a positive ID of the enemy on the objective and undetected movement to our fighting positions. So like I said, we're going to do the Gawa from ORP along Route Perch to the release point where SNO will be, and then our second Gawa to emplace our security positions and establish our support by fire position and our assault position. Once that is done, we're going to collect the rest of the squad and the gun team. Our gun team is going to occupy our support by fire position
along Route Bass, and Alpha Team will occupy the assault line at phase line tackle. And then this will be initiated by an attack, or we're going to initiate the attack by me, the squad leader. Our decisive task is to remain undetected. Weapons will be tight for this phase and until positive ID of the enemy on the objective. For casualty collection points, it will be back at the ORP. There are no heli or ambulatory collection points. Contingencies: hard compromise, break contact. If we're already set fight in place, a soft compromise, continue mission, contact myself and PL. And if the objective is unoccupied or there's an overwhelming force, abort attack, call for fire, and return back to the patrol base. For our methods of communications, primary is TCN, alternate FM radio, contingency voice, and in an emergency we will utilize a runner. Then for our actions on objective, this will start with the initiation of the attack. Key to this phase is the destruction of the enemy on objective, and then fighting off the objective. During this phase, weapons will be free. Upon initiation, everybody will be going cyclic for 15 seconds, then rapid for 30 seconds, and then sustained until exfil. Support by fire will engage enemies, enemy crew serves, then concentrated enemies, then near to far suppression from TRPs 2 to 3. Alpha Team will engage near to far targets, cyclic for 15 seconds, and then sustained until complete between TRPs 1 and 2. Grenadiers will be focusing on hard targets and dead space, and M249 will focus on concentrated enemies and crew serve weapons. Upon shift fire, which will be 2 whistles blown by me and then confirmed by 2 whistles back, support by fire will shift to weapons tight. Assault will bound aggressively across the objective until PL floater, phase line floater, establishing a hasty defense. Alpha Team leader will conduct a lace report. Alpha Rifleman will ensure demolition, and Alpha Grenadier will check EPW for radios. Then on lift fire, which will be started by 1 long whistle blast by me and return 2 long whistles to confirm. Then we're going to withdrawal. Upon red phase, assault team will return to the ORP and set demo charges. Then white, support by fire, will return back to the ORP. And then on blue, security will turn to the ORP and we will beload the demo charges. We are aiming to be off the objective in 8 minutes. Then we will reconstitute and crossload at the ORP, treat casualties, and prepare for exfil. Location of key leaders, PL, PSG, and Weasel will be at the patrol base. This phase will end when the squad returns back to the ORP. The casualty collection point will be at the ORP. Leader duties: in case of casualty, Bravo Team leader will take charge of the formation. Alpha Team leader will consolidate aid and litter. Contingencies: friendly casualties will fight in place and collect to the ORP. If our fires are in effect, we will communicate on radio and redirect, and then upon enemy reinforcements, we will break contact and return to the ORP. There will be no resupply during this phase. Again, for communication, primary, TCN, alternate FM, contingency, voice, and emergency runner. EPW plan, we will tie them off and bring them all just off the objective. For our exfil phase, which will begin when the squad is reconstituted at the ORP, key to this phase is a quick exfil. We're going to deviate from the route if necessary to maximize cover and concealment. Casualty collection point will be following the squad as we return back to the back to the patrol base with the rest of the platoon, and we will contact our PL/RTO to ensure that they know the status of our mission and when we return back to the base. Key leaders are still PL, PSG. PL, PSG are back at the patrol base. For coordinating instructions, our PIR: enemy is aware of friendly unit presence in AO, enemy troop equipment, movement, squad size, ID of enemy defensive obstacles in AO Ronin, and enemy reinforcements committed in support of Objective Phantom. Friendly information requirements, friendly casualties, hard compromise, soft compromise, and then loss of key weapon systems like the M240. Bravo. EEFI, ComSec, Ops graphics, combo cards are very important. Mop gear will not be important for this mission. PCCs, PCIs, We're going to focus on LDA crossings, crew serve, weapon jams, and yes. And then priority of rehearsals, we're going to rehearse the mission, EPW, exfil, aid and litter. Priorities of work, security, commo, maintenance, and yep. Other tasks, we're going to make sure water and ammunition is cross-loaded, and then we're going to rehearse at the smallest level before squad rehearsal. This concludes my brief.